Sometimes I sit and wonder where my little life went wrong. These old jailhouse blues have got me singing this here song.
Hey everyone, I want to talk to you today about the prong collar slash pinch collar. So you can get this in several different sizes. Sizes being level of correction. So this is a medium. This is a small. Small meaning more. Medium, and then the large one is huge. So the smaller allows you to get more correction on the dog, and the medium is obviously medium, and the large is less correction. The small would be used for harder correction on a dog that, say, it's kind of moved away from the medium size or whatever. It's a little used to it, or so to speak. It's a pretty simple setup on how to use it. Place it high and tight on the dog, right behind the jaw line of the dog. Up on top, behind its ears, not over the ears. You take and push on the piece here, pull these out. Here. Can you see? You never want to slide this over the dog's face, because you could possibly put its eye out. If you're able to do that, then it's not fitted properly. It should be fitted tight, high and tight on the dog. It'll be so tight that it makes you think that it's too tight, but if you can buckle it, then it's just right. You want to be able to get like a finger right up under the prong itself when you have it on the dog's neck. On your chain setup, you have a D-ring, an O-ring, and your martingale chain, so it slides through. You're going to hook to your D-ring on your collar itself. I know that some of the other Herm Sprengers come with an O-ring, and some of them have a tab on which O-ring that you use. The larger collar is the same setup. It's just a little harder to put on and off of the dog when you're squeezing it and putting it back together. Pretty quick setup. You can buy the longer collars because you can take the links out, so you don't have to fight with buying a small collar. You can adjust the size on the dog, pull each link out, and make it fit to whatever size you need on the dog. Different applications for the collar would be, your dog has to understand what you're asking of it before you can use it on it. If the dog doesn't know how to sit and you put this collar on, you start cranking on it, has no clue what you're doing. You have to explain that, you know, the dog understands the sit, the down, the stay, whatever you're trying to work this animal on in order for this to work. You would give it a correction. It would just be a pop and release. Just a pop and release, pop and release. The dog, you tell the dog to sit, he sits, so on and so forth. A lot of people give these a bad rap, saying that they're harmful to the animals or whatever. Actually, this is probably the better setup you could possibly go with the dog if you're teaching it something. You know, we're for e-collars, we use prong collars, we do positive training as much as we possibly can, but just like humans, we have to be corrected when we're doing things wrong, and animals is no different than us. This, you know, popping this it's not, you know, I feel the squeeze from that, but it's not puncturing my arm or trying to put a bruise or anything on my arm. You'll see a huge difference in the dog when you start using this prong on it, because this mimics, you know, what the mother does, how they communicate with each other. It's a quick nip and it's over with. They understand around their neck when you pop this. It's okay, I understand the correction is coming from this person on the end of that leash. I have to respond to however it acts. They make these in several different variations. You can buy plastic, but I prefer this type. I don't like the quick release because sometimes they fail. I don't like the generic versions because they don't work the same. They rust. These here have been wet several times and they haven't rusted at all. They're made by high quality German steel, I guess. When you're placing these on, like we said, we don't slip it over the dog's head. You should be getting pretty good at this to be able to put it on without having to fight with it. So you want this up high. Tight. Like I said, if it feels like it's too tight, it's probably perfect. Once you get used to putting these on, it doesn't take much time. Unless you got a crazy dog that wants to move, which she's pretty good about not moving. See, just pinch it together here, the correction. So make sure all this stuff's free back here. Collar's tight, you can get your finger under it. You're gonna hook to your D-ring here. And it's whatever direction the dog, if I tell the dog to sit, she doesn't sit, you pop it straight back and down towards the ground. If she won't go to a down, we'll pop down for the down. Same way if you're doing a heel. She's walking to the heel. If she starts veering too far left, you just pop her back the direction you want her to go. I don't recommend using these on the come because you want that to be positive so the dog will come back to you. But for everything else, as far as your sits, your downs, and your stays and all that, you can use the prong on. Put them in down.
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 Sit.
Heel. Good. Good job, puppy.
Yeah.
Good job, puppies.
Down. Sit.